Hey guys, welcome back to Max Cars Donor for Unification. Today I brought a 1 vs 1 for you on Fata Morga. It is MrBlueDude, really nice name, playing the Inquisition, and he chose Grey Knights versus Vrax, who randomed Blood Angels. And I'm not sitting alone here, I am joined by my friend Mr Landshark.
Well, hello there. It's been a while since we've been on good old Fata Morga, hasn't it?
Yeah, true. In the beginning we had like 3 or 4 games all in Fata Morga. Was it like that?
Yeah. It feels like we're returning home to familiar ground.
Good home sweet home. Yeah. Okay. Before we get sentimental, I quickly want to go over the openers. We have a barracks into Gen opener for the Blood Angels, a little misclick for his Assault Marines. Here he wants to cap this point, he does. So 3 scouts, and Captain Tycho, the commander, he's really strong. On the other side we have the Grey Knights who was going for 2 builders, barracks into generator, which you have to do if you want to go Grey Knights because they cost power right from the get-go, and 3 Brotherhood champions. 2 to 3 is standard. Yes, so pretty standard openers. Let's see how it turns out.
So, in regards to Inquisition, obviously they can open up with Grey Knights. They can also open up with like regular Stormtroopers and Inquisition people. Why would you open up with MrBlueDude, he's opened up with Grey Knights. What do you think he's got planned for his opponent here on this game with his Grey Knights?
In the previous version, Grey Knights were just superior, borderline overpowered. They are still borderline overpowered because they have this really this small squads but they are units with tier 2 stats on them, so they are still really good. But the Inquisition path got buffed as well, and a lot of people preferred it. I mean, you can choose, either you get Inquisitorial Stormtroopers and Chimeras and whatnot, or you take these great dudes which are really tanky, and you get vehicles really late, so you have more infantry. It's pretty much personal preference, I would say.
All about the playstyle. So lots of things going on at the moment. We do have a Brotherhood champion on the left hand side just trying to capture this critical location, just ignoring the scouts as they're spanking him from the backside. On the northern side of the map we have the exact same thing going on but with the relic, and just kind of in the middle we do have Captain Tycho himself chasing after those Grey Knights. Probably going to go back and see if they can support the Brotherhood champion over on the relic there.
Yeah, Captain Tycho is nothing to sniff at. He has an ability he have turned on which gives him huge melee capabilities, smacking 1 Grey Knight per gator there. The Brigaders are the ranged variant of the Grey Knights in tier 1, and you can see him, if you're 1 second in melee with them, you lose the model directly. But there's upgraded listing posts now, and a decap on the relic here, really nice as well. So economy wise, I would say the advantage for the Grey Knights, especially if you use models for them, there are arm and a leg to reinforce. Captain Tycho needs to run now.
Yeah, he's in a bit of danger at the moment. He is surrounded by Grey Knights, and I mean, I reckon 1v1 against these Brotherhood champions he'd be able to do all right, but he's unsupported at the moment, so he will have to fall back, especially against that upgraded Imperial Icon listening post.
And down he goes.
Oh, sorry, what?
The brother champion, he was saying he was fighting for a second, and
he was there and then he wasn't very quickly. Captain Tycho, you don't want to mess with him. He's a big old boy, especially with his fancy golden mask. I do quite like on his model, he's got very wide eyes, so he looks like he's always keen and eager to get down and dirty in melee. Got him charging again at these Grey Knights. These Grey Knights do not want to hustle with that tussle anytime soon, although we do have some assault scout troops also coming in for support, but a significant amount of Grey Knights in the middle of the map over here.
Yeah, now interceptors as well. These are your melee variant. They have a charge, as you can see here. They can also teleport over short distances, but the Blood Angels got a dirt cheap tier 2 for resources, and it's finished now. Let's see what Mr. Rex will do here. I see nothing of yet, but there it goes. The Machine Bastion is put down. So we see probably some I don't know what specialization you go for. Maybe some land speeders. I don't know. Yeah, let's see. It's a tech advantage for Vrax now, I suppose.
Yeah, I was going to say at the moment, with the Grey Knights going primarily infantry, maybe some land speeders would be ideal just for the hit and run, for the mobility, as it were. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Grey Knights interceptors, they do have their charge, but land speeders, they will be able to outspeed them. Would that be the correct term?
Yes, and if you have land speeder Tempest, you also can not be targeted by the melter bombs they have access to. So yeah, no real anti-vehicle then. Really bad engagement for the Blood Angels here. They lose models left and right, losing whole scout squad, I think, and full tactical squad as well, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, but the Grey Knights also lost a squad. Is that true? Yes. So this was big losses on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, the Blood Angels, they have got a defensive position in the form of a upgrade listening post. They could just sit round there and use that upgrade to add to their DPS, but they're looking a bit aggressive. But I don't think they've earned the right to at the moment. There's a lot of DPS on the Grey Knight side, so the Blood Angels should stay back at home and be a little bit more defensive, I reckon.
Yeah, they have maybe they have bought some time for the listening post on the right side to be upgraded, and there's also heavy bolter turret, so no way this infantry, this purely infantry from the Grey Knights will get through here. And there's the first land speeder, so we got the wings of Sanguinius specialization, which gives you access to those. He goes for crack missiles. I cannot really, how should I say, understand it, because you have mainly infantry. Yes, you will maybe see some vehicles at some point, but Grey Knights are not known for their sturdy vehicles, so we will see. I would have gone for frag missiles, but yeah, nothing big of infantry supporting the land speeder. For now, the what should I say, tactical marines need to run, but are now in the safety of this listening post.
And as well as listening post, they also do have a heavy bolter turret there as well. I suppose that the crack missile is just in case of any mischief and unpredictability you can expect from MrBlueDude. But as you say, the Grey Knights are not known for their vehicles. They are known for, believe it or not, their Grey Knights. So it's a interesting decision, although maybe, by what we can see over here, is moving his land speeder Tempest into the base. So maybe that crack missile is going to help him bash around the buildings, maybe get some of those juicy plasma generators. And oh dear, that builder unit being absolutely annihilated by the land speeder just there.
Yes, the builder unit is counted as a vehicle for the Inquisition, so that's maybe a reason. You can snipe the builders. Really, really nicely done.
That's a really clever idea.
Now we have also assault squads. You got the wings of Sanguinius specialization, so once you got an assault squad, you can get an assault veteran squad out as well, but not for now. More land speeder Tempests. And for the Inquisition, we have now Lord Inquisitor out. I hear some really big guns. What are these?
Yeah,
it's the land speeder again. Yes, Jesus.
Yeah, wonderful sounds. We do have a big engagement going on in the middle.
Oh yes.
These tactical squads trying to capture this critical location, but will be quickly cut down if they stay there. Land speeder is going to cover their retreat. Although these Grey Knights seem to be standing up to the damage at the moment. Captain Tycho trying to see if he can tie up any of these boys. We do have triple land speeders going on at the moment. Lord Inquisitor command squad moving in, getting his, what are they called? The bodyguards with melter guns. So I imagine that the Lord Inquisitor is in a vehicle bashing mood today. Assault squad moving forward, and like I say, the blessings of Sanguinius. They're quite beefy opponents in close combat. I do quite like the whole build of the Blood Angels, jumping in, chain swords are blaring, getting involved. It's a wonderful thematic faction for Dawn of War Unification.
Yes, and now would be the time to tell about the elephant in the room. The Blood Angels got rechanged their Red Thirst ability, so they do not lose control immediately when in melee, only when they lost morale. And this assault squad barely managed to jump away while losing morale, so they are controllable. so really nicely done. Now he also added the veteran squad, if I saw correctly, has now an assault rhino as well. Yeah, and one thing I wanted to tell, going for vehicles is the way to go against Grey Knights, because they lack good anti-vehicle for quite a bit. We now have Inquisitorial Razorback, who can only carry one squad, I think, and another engagement brewing here on this relic.
There we go, the assault squad mashing melee weapons with these Grey Knights. We do have a Inquisitor Razorback going up toe-to-toe with that assault Rhino. Rhino going to be cut down relatively quickly, although the Razorback only has a flamer. Although mind you that the flamer will be ideal for mashing down the morale of these assault squads. And like you said, the moment that they lose their morale, then what was it? Is it the Black Rage you say, or the Black
Red Thirst? The Black
Red
Rage
Thirst,
is also
close.
existing. Black Rage is for the, what are they called again? Death Company, like the black dudes that are completely maniacs. They have the Black Rage. They will still, if they go into melee, they will just rampage. You cannot control them. That's their thing. But yeah, the standard Marines have the Red Thirst. Yeah, the vampires.
Yeah, there we go. Too many colours, too many words.
Yeah, plug in some Twilight music.
Has kind of just eaten loads and loads of missiles from this heavy bolter turret. So that bit of a waste there. We do have some tactical squads moving in to spot the assault rhino. Although the Blood Angels, this is an engagement that they probably can't really win at the moment. Although they will move back a little bit. We do have the assault squad losing their morale. Will now just chase endlessly against this Purgator squad. Will go down at the end, and it all goes a little bit quiet as this Dreadnought moves forward to recapture this relic point for the Blood Angels.
Yeah, I haven't noticed on the left and top side there are all listening posts are all dead. Maybe this was the work of some land speeders. So economy wise, the Blood Angels should be ahead even if they lost their relic. Maybe something the viewers can have noticed, but we did not.
I mean, currently the economy at the moment is 92 and 30 for the Blood Angels, compared to the 74 and 50 of the Grey Knights. So, all things considered, it's a very low economy game. It's no one's really built huge economies to build massive amounts of units. It's a bit peculiar, I would say, to be honest.
Yeah, and they're all stuck in tier 2. If I'm seeing correctly, no tier 3, not at least that I have noticed here. But we have, if you look at the Inquisition base, we have the Grey Knight base, we have a Stormhawk Interceptor. This is nothing to scoff at. This is a really, really good flyer, good range, good damage. Only quote-unquote 1.5k health, so maybe we see some air versus air battles here soon.
Absolutely, and not to bring it back to StarCraft 2 like we sometimes do on this cast. This Stormhawk Interceptor reminds me of the Terran. Oh, what's that?
Valkyrie?
I can't remember what the unit's called, but it's the one. Was it the Valkyrie? Where
Viking.
Viking, yes. It's in the air and it can also be on the ground as well. So it's certainly got that aesthetic for me personally there.
Sounds of the Dreadnought firing is just so delicious. But yeah, the Stormhawk Interceptor for the Grey Knights is not as strong, quote-unquote, as the one for the Inquisition, as it cannot get the Last Talon upgrade, which is exclusive to the Inquisition path. Yeah, so they are not moving in right now. They are taking back the relic in the middle, while the Blood Angel is taking the critical locations on both sides. Yeah, so we now have some economy to go for on both sides, but Blood Angels are still ahead. I would say Grey Knights needs to force the issue a bit here with the Stormhawks. These are giving you a big advantage, but as I said in another cast we did together, if you have one of these units, you need to capitalize on them before the enemy can counter them.
Absolutely, and speaking of capitalising on units, these Stormhawks have caught these tactical squads and a Dreadnought on the far right hand side of the map, decapping that critical location, preventing them from being able to retreat and getting an absolute entire wipe on the whole group over there. There is a Brotherhood champion, a little bit low on health, but he saw them run away and thought, nah, I won't chase after them. I'll leave my boys to annihilate those lads. Listing person on the relic being taken out quick as you like. Heavy bottle turret not being able to be finished. This is quite a serious military force pushing down on the south side of the map here.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Mr. Rex got for LP3, so he really wants to fortify this position. Normally you never go for them because they cost an arm and a leg almost as much as another vehicle out, so cannot agree with this, but what I can agree with is these Devastator squads. He really needs them, and he gets the missile launchers for them as well. This is his way to deal with the Stormberg interceptors. He just needs to find a way to get, how should I say, time for them to fire, because there are some Grey Knights still alive that do not want to have some missile launchers aimed at their Stormhawks.
That's it, and these Grey Knight interceptors are going to move straight in as quickly as they can. Going to turn their attention to the machine helmet, preventing them from building up the heavy bottle turret. I mean, these Devastator squads are kind of on their own at the moment. We'll try and focus down on those Stormhawk interceptors, and these guys are absolutely ripping through anything and everything they can get their hands on. To be honest, I'm not sure what the Blood Angels player can do from this point. I mean, Captain Taika is about to be popped, and he is a beast in close combat, might be able to screen for those Devastators, but the Lord Inquisitor command squad is just on the chase. He's not letting these guys fire away.
Yeah, it's it's really hard to deal with these Stormhawk interceptors. I struggled to deal with them myself in some games as well. So yeah, if you feel them coming, you need to have an answer. Yeah, Devastators is the right call. Maybe the loss of some assault squads earlier on now pays dividends, as he has no meat shields for his Devastators. You know, speaking of assault squad, there's one moving in that was absent in the last fights. Maybe this would, this would have been needed to hold this advance. But yeah, this is most certainly game over for the Blood Angels.
Yeah, the assault veteran squad went on a holiday, came back a little bit too late. It's. I mean, what else can they do? They fought valiantly. Don't get me wrong. Jumping in the middle of all that chaos and ball to fire was certainly brave, but won't do anything to change the tide of this battle. Yeah,
they were away for a few days, and what do they see when they come back here?
It's not what you want, is it?
No, yeah, but as this game is now finished, I want to say well played by both players. Some minor mistakes here and there, but right units at the right time for most of the time. It was really interesting. But before we finish up here, tell us about your wonderful YouTube channel you have yourself going.
Yeah, so very much like yours, we do some Unification games over on my channel. We do some vanilla games. We do some Dawn of War Pro mod games. I'm trying to get involved in some Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth casts every now and then, just to spice things up. And also on the channel, we've also been advertising that I'm designing a tabletop role-playing game, kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. If you go to the Instagrams and type in Stevie George Publishing, you'll be able to find my Instagram and whatnot. You'll be able to keep up to date with all the bits and bobs I get over for the game development over there.
Wow, right. Quite a lot of you have going there for yourself. Nice.
Spinning many plates all the time.
Nice. So with this, I want to say, as always, thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.
Peace.